This winter could arguably end up being one of the biggest offseasons in Red Sox history. The 2021-22 offseason could very easily set the Boston Red Sox up for the very distant future. Today, we have a video for you covering 5 players that the Red Sox need to extend and keep the current core together. Hi, this is Noah from Grandstand Productions, and today I'm going to be going over the top 5 players that Chaim Bloom needs to lock up for the long term. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Devers being on this list shouldn't be a real shock to anyone. Even any casual Red Sox fan knows that although his fielding is subpar, his bat is one of the most electric in the league, and the scary thing is that he's still improving. Devers never really had a cold stretch throughout the 2021 season until the final few weeks where he was clearly playing through an injured wrist. Still, with an injured wrist, Rafael was able to pull a grand slam out of Minute Maid Park in the ALCS. The ball leaves his bat at an average of 93 miles per hour. Devers had hit some of the clutchest home runs of the season for the Sox. The one in Washington to clinch a playoff berth, 2 off of Garrett Cole at Fenway Park, and of course, as previously mentioned, a grand slam in Houston during the ALCS. Devers also raised his on-base percentage from .310 to .352. A fully healthy Rafael Devers just entering the prime of his career is a guaranteed 40 to 45 home runs per year. So the Red Sox would be foolish to let this 25-year-old generational talent slip away from them. Hence, extending Devers should be an easy decision for Chaim Bloom to make this offseason. The next 4 people on this list won't be as obvious as Devers, but next on our list is Kike Hernandez. Hernandez came to the Red Sox late in the 2021 offseason, and man did Chaim Bloom really hit on this one. Kike started the year struggling to find his groove at the plate, causing Alex Cora to promptly move him down in the order for a period of time. Hernandez also started the year playing a ton of second base, but once Kike found his groove, he quickly became one of the best leadoff hitters in baseball and also an extremely reliable center fielder. Hernandez rode his hot streak all the way up until late August, until he was briefly sidelined by a Red Sox virus outbreak in which he contracted it. Upon his return, Hernandez finished the year like he started it, cold. It didn't take him long to find his hot streak again, and just in time for the playoffs as well. Kike was arguably the best hitter in baseball for the postseason in 2021. Hernandez has also expressed interest in signing an extension with Boston via Instagram Live. Chaim Bloom should jump on the opportunity while it's there and seize it by extending Hernandez to play center field for the near future. Xander Bogarts is a player that the Boston Red Sox need to keep, period. Many people thought after the 2018 World Series that it was Mookie and Benintendi that had to stay for more success. This season, Xander and Devers proved them wrong. For the majority of the 2021 season, Bogarts was hitting above 300, which puts you in the category of an elite hitter in this league. But after the All-Star break, Bogarts hit a slump that he just couldn't seem to escape. He finished the year batting .295, but only around a .257 average following the All-Star break. Disregarding his subpar, to Xander's terms, second half of the 2021 season, Bogarts has been one of the most consistent hitters on every Red Sox team for the past 7 years. In late October, Bogarts announced that he's going to exercise the opt-out clause in his contract following the completion of next year's 2022 season, which makes giving him a contract extension that much more sense. One of Chaim Bloom's steps this offseason has to be extending his all-star shortstop, and if it's not done this offseason, he has to work to get it done in the mid to late 2022 season because Bogarts is too special of a player to let walk for nothing. The 7 words that defined last offseason for the Boston Red Sox: Rays DFA Renfro amid Rule 5 roster moves. In 2020, Hunter Renfro was horrid for the Rays, slashing a .156 batting average along with a .252 on-base percentage. Renfro was DFA'd following the 2020 season, and that's when Chaim Bloom stepped in, claiming Renfro off of waivers. Like Kike, it took a while to get Renfro going in the lineup, but the Memorial Day series against the Miami Marlins turned that around. Following that series, Renfro had officially made an impact in the Boston lineup, finishing the season with the best numbers of his career: 31 home runs, which were 2 shy of his career best, 96 RBIs, a career best, a .259 batting average, the best of his career, and a .315 on-base percentage, by far the best of his career. Rumors about the Red Sox being interested in Japanese sensation Seiya Suzuki have emerged, but if I were Chaim Bloom, the most logical move would be to keep everything together and lock up Hunter Renfro for the near future. Pivetta first came to the Red Sox at the 2020 trade deadline when Chaim Bloom dealt then-closer Brandon Workman and Heath Hembree to the Philadelphia Phillies for Nick Pivetta and Connor Siebold. Yes, that trade actually happened. Pivetta had an atrocious 2019, finishing the year with a near 7 ERA, a 6.89 to be exact. Pivetta made the Red Sox rotation to start the 2021 season and wasn't the most dominant pitcher in baseball by any means, but Nick did the job, ending the season with a 4.53 ERA. Pivetta's most success came when being caught by catcher Kevin Plawecki. Up until the playoffs, Pivetta's best outing came in Tampa when he hurled 6 no-hit innings against the Rays at Tropicana Field. But once the playoffs hit, that quickly changed. In Game 3 of the ALDS, Pivetta threw 4 gutsy innings out of relief that ultimately culminated in a win for him, following a Christian Vasquez 2-run walk-off home run. That playoff outing made Red Sox fans' minds up that Nick Pivetta needs to stay in Boston. He won't be a 1 or 2 or 3 starter, but as a 4 or 5 starter, Chaim Bloom shouldn't have any issue resisting a Nick Pivetta short-term extension. So there you have it. Those were 5 players that we feel that the Boston Red Sox need to extend in order to keep a core of players that will strive them to succeed. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video with your friends, and also give us a follow at Twitter at GrandstandProd. Hopefully we'll see you next time on Grandstand Productions.